From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a special report.
All right, folks, good morning to you. This is a special report from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. I'm Ben Luna alongside Sergeant Stephen Ellis with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. And this is the moment that folks are making for a busy day for the THP across the region, starting to get out and about, and well, they wind up in the ditch and more, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a busy week, Ben. This is, you know just as well as I do, I'm no meteorologist. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, but that's about it. No, I'm just kidding. It's treacherous outside. I'm not going to lie. We're not used to this kind of weather or anything. I actually just talked to a TDOT driver a while ago of a plow truck. He's been going for 8 hours straight.
Oh, wow.
Was going in to take a short nap to get back at it again. So I guess one of my biggest messages is please be careful around our guys from TDOT. I think they're superstars or we wouldn't be going anywhere. They've already, I probably would you say we're probably about 3 inches right now?
A lot of the area we've seen averaging between 3 and 4, with probably about that or more on the way.
Okay. We do road reports every hour, so we just had a road report when I come in. So across our 7th district, which is 11 counties, most of it's, the interstate's got 1 lane open, it's slush.
Oh, wow.
So the other lane's not open, so if that tells you anything, they're going to get the interstate first. A lot of people don't understand interstate commerce and trade, that we got to keep those diesel trucks going and doing their thing, or we're not going to have anything. So just be careful around them. I actually stopped the vehicle this morning coming through Loretta doing about 45, 50 mile an hour trying to pass a tractor trailer truck.
Oh,
wow. He kind of said that he ain't spun a tire yet, but it's not that. I want people to understand that you're not invincible in a 4-wheel drive truck.
Absolutely.
The stopping is the problem.
Yes.
So please be careful out there. Another tip I would love to get out is the 3-4 inches of snow that's on top of your car, get it off. Get a broom, clear off all your windows. You're not driving safely if you don't get all that stuff off your car. Plus, it's a hindrance to somebody else.
Yes.
At 15 degrees outside, what my car said anyway, it might be a little bit higher. If that freezes and comes off the top of the car and hits another car, it's liable to make them crash.
What are the protocols and laws for driving in weather like this? How does that work from the state perspective?
Everybody looks at it as, well, I'm doing the speed limit. Well, you drive to the conditions of the roadway. You do not always have to do the speed limit. And that's when it's raining, when it's foggy or anything. You drive to the conditions of the weather. So right now, the conditions of the weather, I can't tell you a speed. It needs to be safely where you know you can stop. I know I was coming up 43 and I was probably doing 20, 25 mile an hour. And that's having a whole 5-lane road with a continuous turn lane.
And like you said, the stopping part, because you think, hey, I've got traction because it's not as bad or et cetera.
Right.
And you want to keep going.
Yes, exactly.
And there's no way around that part, unfortunately.
No. This morning coming to work, and I've seen them up north or in Nashville, but a TDOT truck pulling a trailer. The trailer behind it that's offset.
Yeah.
So be careful around the TDOT trucks, because there was a vehicle trying to pass it in the turning lane.
Oh, wow.
As I was coming up as well. So let those people work. They're working hard. Most of them are exhausted right now because they have already worked an 8-hour shift trying to put brine out, and they're plowing the top layer off, which in turn is probably going to freeze back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So your curves, your dips, your hill crest, just if you're not being careful, you're going to end up in a ditch. It's kind of like I said a while ago, get your chains, get your hitch, and somebody's going to end up in a ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's emergency personnel's out there. They're ready. I talked about this a while ago on the radio. County Fire, I'd like to give them a big shout out right now, because they help the Highway Patrol so much it's not funny. And those guys, they don't get paid anything.
No.
Don't get paid nothing. So I know they were many of those that I seen last night that were getting prepared. I went to bed probably around 10 o'clock last night because I knew today was going to be a long day. And when I checked all my social media stuff last night, there were guys checking trucks off, getting ready, putting chains on trucks, making sure they got rescue equipment and vehicles that can get around in the snow and stuff. So if you see those people, you see them out, their lights are on or the lights ain't on. They may not be running emergency traffic because of the weather.
But they're trying to get somewhere.
But they're trying to get somewhere. They're not just out riding around in these. No. I promise you that. So also on the ambulance service side, I hate to speak to what they're doing, but I talked to the assistant director, Kane, yesterday, and he said they should have 4 trucks out today, and 3 of those are four-wheel drive. So I think they're probably going to keep the one that's not four-wheel drive somewhere similar in the city, probably. So just know that people are out here. They're working for you,
and they're trying their best.
Yes, and don't get upset when a trooper's not at your crash in 5 minutes, because it's going to be a long day, long week.
Absolutely.
And I think maybe another system toward the end of the week.
And we're watching for that too.
Yes, please be mindful and careful and think about us. Pray for us. I mean, we're out there. It's dangerous. So temperatures are going to be, I can't remember what the low is tonight, but
single digits. Frostbite.
I mean, we're out working in this. I just left a store and got me some gloves, and I got my old Russian hat over there. So I'm ready to go and got layers on underneath here and stuff. So just be careful and don't make us have to get out in it. Just
stay home.
Yeah, stay home. If you don't have to be out.
For people who, and there will always be those that have to, and yes. A lot of times it's people who are in the medical industry. They have to, they're nurses or doctors, yes. And they have to report to the hospital, et cetera. Yes. And we want those people to be able to make it there safely. Right. For someone who has to be out and travel, what do you recommend for them to put in their car just in case they have an accident, they slide off into a ditch, it's going to be an hour or 2 before someone can pull them out, or for the highway patrol to work the accident? What do you recommend that they do to survive through that?
Oh yeah, blankets. Blankets is a huge thing. Make sure they're dry, keep them inside the car. Water. I know water, sometimes if they sit in your car, they might freeze. But you need water. You need to stay hydrated. Even though it's single digits, there's a lot of people that don't think you need to be hydrated too much. But if you're not hydrated, that could be a problem in itself. Blankets, staying warm. If you can get some coffee in your car, just put you a thermos or something that's insulated to keep something warm in the car. I've heard somebody the other day said that they were going to do a thing of chicken noodle soup and put it in a thermos.
Hey, that's
works. Pretty smart.
Yeah, that works.
That's really smart. If you're stuck out somewhere, and there's some places in our county that don't have any cell service or anything. You slide off a road right there, you're waiting for somebody to come by and see you. So that's a huge thing. So make sure you got those with you. A set of jumper cables. I tried to get some de-icer a while ago. Good luck. If you know anywhere there is any, let me know. So, but a brush off the stuff off your car. Just a scraper. Make sure you got a scraper in your car to scrape all that stuff. Your headlights. There's a lot of people. If you're out in the snow, cut your headlights on. It's inclement weather.
Yeah.
I know it's against the law not to have your headlights on in inclement weather. So make sure you cut your headlights on and they're clear. So lots of people, I seen a grill early of a car that you still have to get some airflow to that engine. So make sure that you clear it out. Another thing I'd like to bring up with if you do crash, you're not injured or anything, we've got several numbers to call. It's star THP, star 847, or you can call our local dispatch here in Lawrence County at 762-0450, and they'll try to help you out with anything that they
And that keeps the 911 lines from being tied up.
Yes, if it is an emergency, it's 911. That's what it's there for. So,
but if it's you've slid off into the ditch, you're not hurt, nobody else is hurt, but it beat up the bumper a little bit, and you need a report.
Right.
That's not a 911 thing. Just call the regular number for that.
Yes. And if you see somebody slid off in a ditch or something like that, most people's got cell phones, but some people could. That's one thing you need to have in your car: a cell phone charger.
Absolutely.
Make sure that if your cell phone goes dead, because in cold weather like this, that battery's going to go down a whole lot quicker. But if you see somebody broke down on the side of the road or slid off in a ditch, call one of those numbers. We'll try to get somebody out to them. Now, I will say this, we are marking cars with caution tape, police line tape, fire line tape. So if you see yellow tape on the antenna, the door handle, the back bumper, the front bumper, it's already been checked by a law enforcement officer or fire department to know that that vehicle's clear. So you do not have to call us if you see something like that.
Very good. Thank you for coming by, as
Ben,
always.
I appreciate it, and I just want people to be safe out here. I know both of us do, and
absolutely.
and all of our county and city firemen and EMS want to. I mean, they really don't want to get out in this. I mean, nobody wants to get out in this cold weather or anything. So just please be careful, be mindful. Don't want to hurt no feelings. Use common sense when you're driving and stuff, because that's a lot of it. So just because it says 55 don't mean you have to do 55.
Absolutely. Sergeant Stephen Ellis with the Tennessee Highway Patrol visiting in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center today. Kelli Rosson is up next. She's got a full breakdown on how you can stay warm and safe during this extreme cold. More on that after this.
You count on your coat to keep you covered through the winter months, your hat to keep you covered in the summer sun, your umbrella to keep you covered in stormy weather. And you can count on Marcus Insurance to keep you covered too. Marcus Insurance can help you find the right insurance policy that fits your individual needs. For personal, life, health, or business insurance, we've got you covered. Marcus Insurance, providing peace of mind since 1969.
I'm Kelli Rosson with Tennessee Valley Weather. I'm here to help you stay safe with wintry and cold weather. I have some tips, tricks, do's, and don'ts, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. Starting now with some cold weather tips. When temperatures are in the teens, single digits with wind chills potentially in the negatives, be sure to check on your people, family, friends, elderly neighbors. Make sure they know the forecast and just check on them from time to time, as whatever is impacting us is doing so. Make sure you yourself dress warmly. Wool is a very warm fabric. Be sure to dress in layers. As far as pets and livestock goes, make sure all of your pets are inside. If it's an animal that does have to be outside, make sure they have adequate shelter, as well as fresh food and water that is not frozen. Make sure it is in liquid form with very cold temperatures. As far as your home goes, and to prevent any sort of fires, make sure you drip your faucets and wrap your pipes. We do not want any bursted pipes. Open cabinets if you need to have a little bit more warmer air into your pipes. Overall, for space heaters, they are okay to use, but make sure you don't have anything around the space heater. There is no blockage, and make sure they are plugged in directly into an outlet, not into an extension cord. And do not, and I repeat, do not heat your home with your oven and the oven door open. That is a big no-no. Space heaters are okay, but again, as long as you use them safely. Now, as far as your vehicle goes, be sure your coolant and antifreeze are full. Make sure your battery is healthy, tire pressure is good and full, and make sure you have a winter kit packed and ready to go. Here's what you should have in your winter travel kit for your vehicle: extra batteries, extra blankets, maybe an extra car battery, that wouldn't hurt. Cat litter will help you gain traction if you slide off the road. A first aid kit, a flashlight in case you come upon a hazard and it is dark outside. Make sure you have enough gas to where you're going, as well as a spare tire. A phone charger definitely wouldn't hurt, especially if you come across some sort of issue with your vehicle's still functional, you can still charge your phone and make sure you can communicate with others. A rope and sandbag are also a good idea for your winter travel kit, as well as snacks and water to keep you sustained in case any sort of issue lasts longer than an hour or so. Now, if you do have to be on the roads, of course, we suggest that you do not travel if you don't have to, but if that is a requirement for your lifestyle, be sure to check the forecast and know the potential hazards, because that will help you prepare best and make it to your destination safely if you are more prepared and more adequately prepared for your potential hazard. Overall, fill your gas tank, I would say, at least 50% of the way at all times. Don't let it get lower than that, because in very cold temperatures, your gas in your tank can actually freeze. So we definitely don't want that to happen. Make sure your tire pressure is good to go. And if you have to overfill it, because temperatures will get very cold and that will cause your air pressure in your tires to lower. Be sure to make someone else aware of your route and arrival time. This one's very important because if you do not make it to your destination around the time of your arrival time, that lets someone know that you are potentially in danger and they can start sending out a search party or getting you the help that you need. Make sure you pack your emergency supply kit for your vehicle, like with those things that I just mentioned. Again, avoid travel if you are not comfortable doing so, and if you do become stranded out on the roadways, stay in your vehicle, keep the doors closed to keep all that warmth inside, and be patient until help arrives. Hopefully these tips and tricks have helped you, and we will all get through this wintry weather together.